Guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. This video is on Rob's 626. You would have seen in a previous couple of videos we built the engine and we fit it up into his 626 and had it running. So now it's dyno time and we'll see what this thing can make. I'll turn this camera around and I'll show you what we're working with. Alright, so we fitted a UC10 dash into the original cluster surround. Quite a tight fit, but neat and tidy as well. The car runs a Nexus R5. We run a keypad. A lot of the stuff will be keypad controlled. Problem with the old Mazdas is the ignition barrels and combination switches, etc. all tend to take a shit as time goes on. So to keep it modernised, reliable, basically make it work, we run the key and keypad. Now that'll do his traction control, his cruise control, his hazard lights, start the car, override on the thermo fan, transmission fan, the front windscreen demister, the trans brake, I mean it did arms of trans brake, yeah, can be set up to do anything. Yeah, so that's kind of inside the car. We've got gear position display up on the dash. We've just, well, I didn't, John and Anthony just finished making up a gear position selector, rather than be there are, obviously there's ones out there that are used. This one is a dual channel, so not only can we have it as a function for gear position, we can also have the separate channel, boost by gear. You might want to use it for nitrous, a multitude of things you can use that for. So that was something pretty cool that they've recently made and will be available soon in a kit. Engine wise, I'll show you what we got. So we've got a FD engine, it's a Series 8 block. It has a Cosmo style intake. The engine is bridge ported and semi-PP'd. Run 6 1650cc Bosch injectors. Run a pulsar G42 and a pulsar 50mm gate. It's a plumb back. There's an oval pipe coming off to get down there past the steering box and under the car, and then it goes into a single, it's 4-inch oval off the turbo. It goes into a single 3.5-inch system. Runs one of our modular kits. This is the 650 horsepower kit. The radiator, it's got the spout fan on there, inbuilt oil cooler into the radiator. It works out to be quite a big radiator when we do that setup, and very efficient. If I remember, I'll try and show you oil temperature and water temperature comparisons whilst it is on the dyno. Engine is drive-by-wire. It's got LS2 coils on it, and it's a very simple kind of setup. We do a lot of these, a lot of these engines, and now it is time to put this one on the dyno and see how it goes. So under the car you can see exhaust, run a Jatco 3-speed. This one has a Dominator converter. I've also made an adapter so I can run the Series 2 RX-8 starter motor. This turns the engine over a lot faster rather than the old style starter motor. Yeah, we've got a 3.5-inch tail shaft, flex fuel sensor. Exhaust wise, like I said, single 3.5, and we've got 3 mufflers on it to try and keep noise to a minimum. We run wheel speed off the drive shaft there, and we have a front wheel speed sensor that we use for the traction control. Transmission cooler mounted up into there. We've got wheelwood brakes on the rear, some biking double adjustable shocks. We've got Hilux diff. All good stuff. Suspension wise, we've got BC coilovers. They're RX3 coilovers. We've got FD brakes on the front. All fits in there quite well. Quite a neat little street car. so that's Rob's car finished up on the dyno. Pretty quick tune on that one because we ran into some issues with boost control. We had a small oil leak, the fitting that in the front plate, bit of vibration there. Maybe it just wasn't done up tight enough, but it decided to start weeping. Otherwise pretty uneventful kind of dyno. The car was on pump fuel. We've got a 19-pound spring in the wastegate. It'd make 19 pounds, no problem. And that's pretty much what I was aiming for, 19, 20 at the most on pump fuel. But once we switched over to E85, it just wouldn't make any more boost. It's not that it wouldn't make any more boost. I could get more boost, but it was out of control. It would just sort of, you'd partially ramp into it, and you'd see the boost just going up way past the target. Thinking about it now, I had another car a couple of years ago do something similar. Again, plumb back wastegate. I don't know whether it's a back pressure issue on the top and bottom side of the gate, or the merge where the wastegate is joining into. But the only gain I got in adding boost to it was I think we got like 20 pounds. So not kind of where we wanted to end up. 30 to 35 was kind of where I wanted to be on E85. The car does need to get engineered, so I think what I'll do is I'll let Rob take the car. He can put a couple of Ks on it, and then we'll get it engineered. Once it is engineered, I'll look at either replumbing the wastegate, maybe going to a bigger gate, or just running the wastegate atmosphere. On pump fuel, the engine was pretty lazy. I think it made 400, maybe 402 or something on pump 98. Switching to E85 without touching anything, it was like a 50 horsepower gain. The car just felt more alive, like it wanted to do something. So that was a promising sign. Once you sort of went through a bit more tuning just on the 85, at 21 pounds it was at 500 or 499, 500 horsepower. Rob's more than happy with that. I'd like to see a little bit more. I think once he gets used to it, it'll be a natural given, like everybody, always want more. So yeah, pretty uneventful, but on a positive note, no real dramas. Everything worked as it should, and I think over the next day or so I've just got to touch up the cold start, get all that sorted, and I'll drive it to and from home for a couple of days, and then it'll be right for Rob to pick up. Alright, when it does go back on the dyno, I'll be sure to film that and do an update. Like always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.